Skies. Why is it so hot?
This can't be natural.
This is exactly what happened to Taza after the surge when all the aeroliths failed. It must be something like that.
According to the old maps, that path leads to the Bastion, their military stronghold. This must be the Bastion.
Large military was never the Enclave's priority. They did not aspire to conquest. Instead, they focused on defense. Their core interest was protecting not only their civilians, but their cutting-edge innovations. Soldiers could see for leagues from vigilant falls. The patrollers would easily spot incoming attacks.
Far jump, even for you.
Too bad I don't have wings.
Feathers wouldn't suit your face. Lane, any idea what that pillar is?
I did find a reference to the Trial of Fires, a rite of passage for new Bastion Sworn before they could cross over to their new life.
Crossing over? Trial of Fires? Unsubtle. Bryn, what happens if you make it hot?
Pretty involved. Still, you'll have no trouble when it's your turn to head back out in the field.
Be sure to scour the Bastion.
Another Tucker Dark.
This must be where the military stored supplies and weapons before the surge.
Few sights are as impressive as a Highland ice claw mid-flight on a clear day.
weave that into your mantle.
Enclave soldiers would have slept here during training.
Private chambers, perhaps belonging to the Bastion's commander.
A letter to the commander from Khan Staniel. He signed his title beneath the I. Times have necessitated an information blackout. The cause of the casualties must be purged from even the Bastion's most secure records. Furthermore, military personnel are to be separated from civilians unless facilitating the evacuation of Denevron. If word of the problem's true severity spreads across the populace, panic will be uncontrollable. It is imperative that Asylum succeeds.
Paints a stark picture.
Asylum? What could that be?
Scour the rest of the keep and find out.
Watch. There's a note with it. It says, Commander, it's ready. Use the harness to execute Asylum.
Another key swatch. Wonder if it will lead us to whatever the harness is.
Only one way to find out.
The key swatch is exciting, but it feels like there is more to discover about Asylum. Here, in the Bastion.
Agreed. I'll keep looking.
The keep housed the Enclave's war room. Matters of high security were discussed inside. War room.
Looks like the recorded minutes of the meetings that took place here. The last one was dated roughly 26 years ago.
What was it about?
A lot of information was torn off. Casualties got too high due to something they blotted over with ink. And the military commander should execute a defensive measure called Asylum.
Bryn, Sev and I have been digging into the devices you recovered and developed a working theory.
We'll test it against the ones you found in the field.
Sort of access beneath the key.
A military workshop for enchanters.
The Enclave never used magic to expand its borders, but had to defend itself.
Against nations that thought otherwise.
Exactly.
Research notes from about 40 years ago, probably from an enchanter that worked here, observing arc degradation. Looks like there was an expected and normal amount of degradation observed in the arcs following the surge. But once the arcs start killing civilians, it says this is a systemic failure. What could that mean?
It means the arcs weren't sent to attack us as a means of defense.
They've lost control over them.
A final note scrawled on the cover page. The Archons will be no use in Asylum's execution.
Bryn, all these documents you've collected, I might be able to piece together what Asylum is if you find out where that Keyswatch leads.
That's my next move, then.
collapsing tunnel. Judging from the size, could have been a route for Archons.
The officer's gate was guarded by arcs. Access through the loom gate was restricted.
What have we found?
That I am a very great fool.
He is not a fool.
I am. Hours trying to unravel the complex enchantments in each of these devices. And Sev here, Paragon of Clarity, points out a single point of commonality so mundane I had ignored it.
It's a team effort every time.
What our keen-eyed friend spotted was
A maker's sigil. We use them in... They're certified to each maker. And I've...
Meaning this mark could be registered in public records.
the spire is a logical next stop. Nothing comforts the rich and powerful like bureaucracy.
That's where I'll start looking then. Where am I? Underground.
That barrier almost looks like the veil.
And the panel looks like our scry. Anyone know what it is?
No idea.
Similar design to a scry, but it looks like it's a permanent installation. Like it interfaces with the room. Could this be the...
I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
Years after the surge, there was an inexplicable spike in casualties.
You don't think it's due to the arcs going hostile?
Well, that may be part of it, but we can't be certain due to the information blackout. All what seems to have saved them was Asylum's execution. A defensive measure that involved sealing the underground behind a magical barrier.
Almost like the veil.
Exactly like the veil.
This is all interesting, but I'm not sure where it...
Further exploration of Denevran is required. It might be an abandoned city, but it's still a city. But Bryn, there's one more thing.
What is it?
The barrier. It's exactly like...
Yes, you said that already.
No, what I mean is, the raw magic that off-gasses from the veil is what causes the tangles to cluster at its base. In speaking with Dharm, we theorized that this second barrier could potentially be doing the same thing, except in a more pressurized environment, like, say, within a barrier of kinetic magic.
It's causing the floods of miasma.
We believe so, yes.
So if we removed Asylum's barrier, we could stop the flood.
Possibly.
I guess I need to find a way to break through Asylum.
Agreed. Dom, care to pass the